Hello and welcome to part 8, I believe this is now, of my Luthor Harkon Immortal Empires playthrough. And we're going to start this episode just looking at the campaign map like this because look, other than the Skaven, we really are at war with absolutely everyone. It's insane. But if I zoom in, Luthor is currently hiring some units. We're getting another depth guard next turn, as well as 2 mortars. I think we will hire 2 more depth guard. Maybe some carronade units, and then we will go and take back Tlex before we march on Pox Marsh. We're also progressing towards tier 5 settlement, which means we should be able to get, where is it? Just in here, Necrofex Colossus soon? Ah, there it is. So we need to make sure we have 9.7k saved up in 5 turns time, which should be easy enough, although I do plan on maybe making a second army to remove Melwyn and take back Pox Marsh. We check our diplomacy. I think, yeah, not much has changed since the last episode. No one wants to speak with us apart from our Skaven next door. So let's go ahead and start the episode by ending the turn because we have already recruited and whatnot. Shyish wanes. Those purple winds of magic are strangely absent round these parts, making the bindings that tie our troops to this world, and our will tennis at best. I'm struggling to read, what the hell. Should we wait for the winds to blow more favourably for us or press on regardless, so we can get consolidating our power, plus 5 winds of magic power reserve per turn, minus 20% campaign movement rage, and plus 10 leadership for infantry. Or we lose the leadership and winds of magic, but we gain plus 2 local recruitment capacity. Okay, reckless advance. Luthor is reckless, so that's fine. And the lizards here have another Slan Mage Priest. Faction destroyed. Blooded Axe tribe have been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of the thirsting gods. Okay, I believe those guys were over here, weren't they? So they are gone now. We don't have to worry about them. Why can't he move? Ah, he can move. It just still shows him as mustering. So where do I want to move Luthor? If I move him here, I feel like he might get wiped out here. No, he won't, right? We have our deck gunners now, but maybe I will move this way. But then we are open to attack. Oh, we can defend that, I think. Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? Maybe I just stay here and wait until I can attack Pox Marsh, maybe. But before we do that, we need 2 more depth guard units. That will be our front line done. And then, what else did I say I wanted? I wanted some carronades, so we will get 2 carronades for the anti-large. And then that leaves us with 1 spot free in our army. Maybe we get a second gunnery white even? Can we do that? Let's go and look at recruit hero. We can get a gunnery white. No, we can't. We're at our capacity. How do we raise our capacity here? I don't actually know. It's going to be a building, surely, right? Can we see a gunnery right here? Unlocks the recruitment, but it doesn't raise capacity. Is there anything here that raises capacity? Don't think so. That's interesting. I'm not actually entirely sure. Maybe, yeah, no idea. So maybe we could hire a Mongol hunter just for some melee. What's a vampire fleet captain? Ah, we can't get a Mongol hunter. Okay, vampire fleet captain, I imagine, is just magic focused, but we could maybe use that. We go Lord of Deep. I just love Lord of Deep. We got knowledgeable, so plus 15% character experience, or Lawkeeper. Plus 1 winds of magic power reserve, and plus 8 reserve capacity. I might get Lawkeeper. Knowledgeable is good for the 15% XP gain, but Lawkeeper actually buffs the magic because we have more winds of magic. So let's go with Jacqueline Reigns here. welcome to the army.
Time to press, gang.
And she also gets replenished troops when she's embedded, so that's nice. Now, we don't want to build anything. In fact, I think we just want to end our turn again. What's happening over here? I'm surprised Gorok hasn't come and attacked this province here, because I can't really defend it. Looks like the Skaven are challenging the dwarves. Yeah, I'm not too sure what Gorok is doing. Maybe he's fighting up here? I don't know, but let's go ahead and end the turn. Settlement lost. Quetzer. We lost a settlement? I didn't realise we had this anyway. Oh yeah, because Gorok was just sacking it, wasn't he, instead of taking it. Followers of Nagash, this Tomb King factions has performed the great incantation of Kassar. Sandstorms have engulfed their territory. Any foreign armies caught within will suffer attrition. We got Araby Sandstone. Your traders have excelled themselves. An overabundance of quality building materials has appeared on the market, reducing construction cost. Minus 15% construction cost for all buildings faction-wide. That will actually be really useful because soon, once we get this tier 5 building in 3 turns, we will actually spend all our gold on leveling up the Awakening. So, Luthor has one more turn on these depth guard units, and then we are ready to go and take back Tlex. They really don't have an army there. Ah, the elves are bringing a second army. It's only a half stack, so we should be okay with that. I am considering raising a second army here. But I really want those Necro-Effects Colossus first. It's a hard balance to strike. Let's go ahead and put our hero in the army. There we go. Just quickly check diplomacy again. We haven't checked it in a while. The Dread Fleet. Oh, what's happened to you guys? Your strength rank has really tanked. As we can see. Yeah, no idea what happened to them. I think the elves might have hit back, which is why they've come south to us. In fact, because we helped Noculus, I think that's why the elves are here. But it's okay. We still have our treasure maps as well. Maybe I should get a second lord to go and dig some of these treasure maps, but with so many enemies around, maybe it's not worth it. Let's go ahead and end our turn so we have our army, and then we can begin actually moving towards Tlax to take it back. Haute couture. I have never heard of both of those words. A travelling clothier sets up her store, offering garments tailored so masterfully that they are like a second skin. All who don her garments become consumed by self-obsession, forever admiring their own reflections and refusing all other duties. Undeterred, countless more queue out the door. So we get +5 Slanesh corruption. How? They're zombies. It's okay. So Noob Firewalker here has a skill up. His quote-unquote first of the campaign. Let's go ahead and, do you know what, let's go down this tree this time, to be fair. Give you +8% speed and +8% ammunition, because I'm going to be using you to snipe some key targets now. So, I don't think it's possible to march on this, not when they have a garrison and a stack and a half. So I'm going to try something. Maybe we can set up an ambush and bait at least one of their armies to attack us. It means we do hold off on getting Tlax for a turn, but yeah, what can we do? We could upgrade this to get rotting Promethean gunnery mobs. Although, what other buildings do I have access to? We have a unique building here, Collapsed Cavern. Winds of Magic Power Reserve change, -10% when increasing all armies. Miscast, base chance +50% for all characters, and spell resistance -10% for all armies. Ah, but this Ancient Vault is good, so maybe I don't think I'd buy this until I can get this. Because this seems a lot more powerful. Right, so we could get some extra income and control here. Although I don't think we need it. we could upgrade our towers. In fact, I think I will do this just in case the elves do, or anyone really, decide to attack our main settlement. Let's increase the strength of our towers. That should help a bit. That might have helped in previous sieges. But we will end the turn and hopefully the elves take our bait that we've set up. Pure devotion, Noob Firewalker. Your heroes spend every spare moment they have honing their skills, and it shows. This character now has increased their experience. Bonus experience 1000 for Noob Firewalker. Okay, I didn't know that was a possible event. Nice. So that should... There we go. Noob Firewalker has leveled up again. So we can get Black Powder, plus 6% missile strength. Powder Monkey, plus 6% reload time reduction. Blunderbuss, minus 20% range, but ammunition is increased. Number of projectiles. Okay. And then we can give you Gunsight, which is plus 10% range and plus 14% armor piercing missile damage. I think I will go with Gunsight for now. And if we look here, although the elves didn't take my bait as I intended, Melwyn's army is here, isolated. Do I think I could beat his army? Now I have these 6 deck gunners. We do outrange them, 245 range to 180. They are rank 4 units though, but that does increase their accuracy. I think maybe I can take them on. Should we try? Do you know what? I think we should try. Let's go ahead and attack Melwyn. Oh, it gives us a close defeat. Really? No, come on. I just built this army. Right, what banners do we have? So we have plus 25% ammunition and plus 20% reload time reduction. Oh, we don't have a Queen Bess anymore, of course. We also have plus 8 armor piercing weapon damage. Frenzy, I think we give the Frenzy to Luthor. Regeneration and melee defense plus 3. Let's just give that to one of our depth guard units. Armor piercing weapon damage. Let's also give that to a depth guard unit. Plus 25% ammunition and reload time reduction. Let's give that to one of our deck gunners. Now, we are going to fight this, of course. Otherwise, we lose our army. As we just take a quick look at the terrain. Maybe we can do something here. It does seem like we have a bit of a hill. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. So here we go. Our second battle, or big battle, versus the elves. And this time we do have a new weapon. These deck gunners have amazing range. We should be able to outrange the elves, at least for a little, before they get close and able to shoot us. And we also have our depth guard here. Don't they look badass? Just look at them, dual wielding their axes. I do love them. And I am spread out a bit more here. We also have our mortar units and our cannons in the center here. Or our carronades. And then if we take a look here. This is our new vampire fleet captain. Very nice. Of course, more depth guard here. And if we turn on the UI a second, I also hid some more gun units in the trees here, just so we can get a little bit of a flank. But as you can see, the elves being very passive. So Luthor is actually deciding to start the charge by himself in his craziness. But yeah, let's begin the battle. So whilst the elves are being slow and patient, Luthor decides to get close enough just to summon a Kraken on their front lines, trying to provoke them into an attack, or for them to charge towards us. So we can see the enemy lord here, but they just don't seem to be phased about it. They just really don't care. So if they carry on like this, Luthor would just keep on summoning his Krakens until they do finally attack. And there we go, we finally see the elves starting their charge toward our army. And they do have units in the trees, which I didn't realise at first. As you see, Luthor already drawing the fire as he desperately tries to run back to his army. And our carronade units already targeting their lord. I was hoping if we could draw him out from the rest of his army, which we have done, then maybe we could kill him. And that would give them a leadership debuff, as we also see our mortars crashing in from above. They fall very short of the target though. I wasn't quite sure what they were doing. Maybe Luthor got distracted when he was being run down there. But as we see everything shoot in, Melwyn's health is melting quite fast as Luthor throws a debuff on him. And you can just see our deck gunners, our carronades, our mortars all firing into the enemy lord. And he is routing for now. We might be able to get a killing blow on him. We shall see. Well, I think he managed to get away this time. So as we move back towards our army, a lot of our units are now engaged in combat. As we move to the left, our units have been discovered here in the trees. So we begin to then move forwards, as there's actually an eagle as well. We begin to move them forwards to attack the enemy. And if we follow the enemy eagle going towards our front lines, I do try and tell this deck gunner unit here, if we see them turn to attack the eagle. But it's a bit too late as they come crashing down into our depth guard, which isn't a good matchup. I'm not quite sure why he charged into the depth guard. The depth guard will deal with the eagle very quickly. As we see some friendly fire from the mortar. Maybe that was his plan. And the eagle trying to run away, but we're not allowing that. And one of our deck gunner units actually gets wiped out. Well, if we go over to the other forest, there's a lot of units over here. As you can see, the elves shooting from the trees. I actually decide to send in 2 of my depth guard units to try and deal with this, as the enemy has another eagle on this flank too. Of course, it's quite dark in the forest, but we see the depth guard charge in. Courage has failed us, shouts the enemy. As you can actually hear their horn of retreat as well on the main battlefield. You can see our depth guard chasing off a unit of elves here. Mortars crashing into their archers. Carnage! Deck gunners also shooting in. And we have depth guard all the way out here, still trying to chase this eagle down. Just look at the carnage in the background. I do love ranged battles, especially now we can actually fight the elves back. They don't just completely outrange us. Now we can outrange them, although we do have less units overall. We do have that range advantage now. So we can maybe get some shots off. There's some elves trying to flank us to the left here. But that is a close victory. It decides the enemy has routed. So that actually turned out to be quite a quick battle, faster than I was expecting. And there we have it, a close victory. We were able to turn it around, and it turns out that the deck gunners were exactly what we needed. That bit of extra range. 105 kills from this unit, 90, 72, 88. These guys got wiped out fairly early on. And also the depth guard, just being able to soak up damage like they did when they did attack. Beautiful. So I think we finally found a way we can somewhat counter the elves at last. So there we have it, 517 gold and a massive 5.5k experience. That is actually insane. So let's go ahead. Maybe we should take some army replenishment, because we might be able to take the settlement that we lost to them. So let's go ahead and assimilate captives. Boast of a strength for your army by introducing your captives to the dark arts. So let's raise them and replenish our army. And it doesn't look like we managed to kill him, sadly, but we did get a new trait, either through natural skill or the benefit of experience. This one has an admirable ability in taking the fight to their foes. So plus 20% leadership aura size when attacking, and plus 3 leadership when attacking. Very nice. And we gained a armor of destiny, plus 5 armor, plus 5% physical resistance, and plus 10% ward save. That's actually very nice. And a new treasure map. It rises from Manan's firmament, like a tooth unfettered from a yearning moor, But this Fang's crown may be worth more than mere gold. So where's this treasure map? Ah, okay. Yeah, we have a few other things to do before we get that one. But I believe Luthor gained 2 levels in that battle. So let's go ahead and get him some level ups. We were going down this here, so we could get some melee attack for him. Although, what do we have up here? Missile resistance and hit points. Maybe we do go for missile resistance. It would be very useful. Do you know what? Oh, what's this? Hero capacity +1. That's for Vampire Fleet captains, not for gunnery wights. Or we could just give him plus... What is this? +9 melee attack. I do like the hit points though, so let's give him some hit points. And because there are elves nearby, I will actually go for the missile resistance. And then Noob Firewalker with the level ups as well. Let's go ahead and give him 2 more level ups in Gunsight, and soon we might be able to get Pyromaniac. And then Jackling, let's go ahead and level up her magic. So put 1 in Spiteful Shot. And then what do we have here? Kiss of the Deep. Affects enemies in range. And what does it do? Damage per second. Okay. We could get Tide Call, which is a breath attack. We can get a summon spell. Summons denizens of the deep. Summons a unit of rotting Prometheans. Oh wow, that could be very nice. And then Fog of the Damned is a hex spell. Let's get denizens of the deep. And that's all she has. Okay, there we go. So we did lose 2 deck gunner units, but they did very well in that battle. And I don't think Melwyn is being reinforced, so maybe we go for the attack again. There we go, that's a decisive victory and we don't lose anyone. Let's give some ammunition to our deck gunners here. And we will auto-resolve this one. There we go, Melwyn is gone, and a potion of healing, very nice. Let's go for that replenishment again. And we got a level up for our new Vampire Fleet captain here. So, Kiss of the Deep. Will she be close range? Maybe. I think I will actually get Kiss of the Deep. It seems quite an interesting spell to have. Now, that's a half stack. As well as Garrison, that's a 4 stack. And we are quite damaged. So I think we're probably going to go back. Okay, we're not going back that far. Can we raise dead just to fill in the gaps? What's the +49? Okay. The chance that they become available for recruitment next turn. We can get some Fellbats. Some deck droppers. Could even get some pole arms. This is a tough one. Maybe even some scurvy dogs. Or we can just get the 2 bloated corpses. Wait, how many turns before we get necrophagy? Okay, next turn. So we need to have at least 9k. That's fine. We have 5k to spend. Let's go ahead and get 2 bloated corpses. I do love them. There we go. So if they do attack us, we should be absolutely fine. But we did manage to get vengeance on the Elf Sphere. That was a very close battle, I feel. Can we do any diplomacy? Yeah, no diplomacy. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn then. Ready for duty, Dick Nut. Your lord, Dick Nut, has returned from their absence and is once again ready for duty. What a name. And Luthor gains the Mad, +15 melee attack, +25% weapon strength, and gains the attribute Rampage. Oh-ho. And as you can see, the elves did leave Pox Marsh, so we look at the garrison. It's not too bad, so in fact, we should be able to win that with a nice auto-resolve. Yeah, decisive victory. We lose both bloated corpses, but that's fine. So let's take Pox Marsh back, and of course, occupy it. And Luthor gained his first mount, a Death Shriek Terror, guys. Very nice. That will allow him to move very fast. And a new treasure map found. This mouth may lack tongue and lips, yet it shall never close, for it has a thirst that can rarely be quenched. And that's actually hit. Oh, I didn't realize there are lands to the west of here. Oh, okay, that changes things. Very nice. So, Luthor did get another rank up here. We see Death Shriek Terror, guys. I would love to see that in battle. And what does this do? Ability, Taunt. So, so an enemy in range gets minus 30 armor, minus 24 melee defense, and minus 24 speed. I think that would be very strong. So, let's go ahead and give him some more melee attack so we can get towards Hornswaggle here. Noob Firewalker also got a level up. So let's give him Powder Monkey so he can shoot faster. And then good old Jacqueline here unlocks another spell. Fog of the Damned, minus 24 at melee attack, minus 8 leadership, or Tide Cool. It debuffs, it gives him a speed debuff but also does damage. So let's give her Tide Cool. Very nice. And we can build the all-important building now. The Great Altar of the Necrox. Some vampires prefer sorcery to bladecraft. Unlocks the recruitment of Necrofex Colossus. Ready in 6 turns.
My madness is not
and we're also going to have to re-level Pox Marsh. Sadly. Right. We can get some more deck gunners in the army. In fact, I will do that. Let's get another deck gunner unit into the army. Build a 4-stack before we go and take back Tlax. But I believe that's all we have time for this episode. So we have taken back Pox Marsh this episode. The elves seem to be retreating. Now we just got to take Tlax. Maybe we will go north into the Piranha Swamps, because Gorok does seem to be busy with the Skaven at the moment. In fact, the dwarves also might be a problem for Gorok. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate all the support on the videos lately. The rate of comments and such is just amazing. It feels great. So thank you everyone who decides to click and watch on these. But that's it for this episode. I will be back tomorrow with a Grombrindle episode. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you then.